Flame on, movie stomps. We are diving headfirst into the 2015 film Fantastic Four. Get ready to explore a world where the only thing more fantastic than the four is the disaster of this film itself. First, let's stretch our minds and take a look at the plot. Four young, brilliant scientists, Reed Richards, Ben Grimm, Sue Storm, and her brother Johnny Storm, get exposed to otherworldly energies, granting them superpowers. They become the Fantastic Four, Earth's last hope against a villain named Victor Von Doom. But trust me, the real doom was the movie itself. Now let's use our powers of invisibility and go undercover to find out what went wrong with this superhero catastrophe. Directed by Josh Trank, Fantastic Four had the potential to be, well, fantastic. But it's like they got caught in a cosmic storm of bad decisions. The dialogue was nothing to marvel over. But we're not here to bury the thing. We're here to have some fun. Let's stretch our minds and reveal some fun facts and trivia, like Mr. Fantastic himself. Fact 1. Fantastic Four marked the third attempt to bring Marvel's first family to the big screen. It's like they had to keep rebooting until they got it right. We're still waiting. Fact 2. The film had a rumored troubled production, with reports of creative differences and extensive reshoots. You know a movie's in trouble when even its production is as chaotic as a villain's lair. Fact 3. Reggie Cathy, who played Dr. Franklin Storm, went on to become a beloved character in House of Cards. Guess he finally found a better place to use his fantastic talent. And for good measure, Fact 4. Stan Lee actually declined a cameo in this film. I guess he didn't think it was so fantastic. Now let's charge up our powers and see what the box office critics had to say. With a budget of around $120 million, Fantastic Four only managed to stretch its way to about $168 million worldwide. It's like a super stretchy rubber band that never quite snaps. Critically, the film received about as much love as An Invisible Woman in a Crowded Room. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a stretchy 9%, with critics calling it a dull and completely forgettable thing. Its legacy? Fantastic Four serves as a warning about the perils of trying to make a superhero film without the fantastic script and vision it deserves. It's a cautionary tale for all superhero movie makers. In conclusion, Fantastic Four might not be the superhero epic that we were looking for, but it's a fantastic example of how not to make a superhero movie. If I'm going to fix this movie, for me, it's kind of hard, honestly, because this movie and what they were going for was really torn apart. There was way too much involvement from the studio. Josh Trank set out to make one movie, and it was completely being sent in a different way. They wanted to make it new, darker, grittier, younger, and it was just not fitting the mold of what the first family of Marvel was. Not enough people knew what they were talking about in making this movie. Now, I don't mind different looking films. They've done it plenty of times over and over again, and I think it worked. You want to make a grittier version of the Fantastic Four? Fine. There's still a mold. There's still something you have to have there. You want to make a grittier Spider-Man? That's fine too, but he still has to be Spider-Man. Now, I love the casting choices in this. I thought all of the actors in the Fantastic Four, from Miles Teller, especially Michael B. Jordan, everybody did a really fantastic job in the movie, but they didn't have anything to work with. So if you're going to fix this movie, first of all, it feels too contained. I know they were going for a different dimension versus, being interplanetary and how everything went and getting their powers, and that's okay. But it felt so contained. And honestly, I would have made this a fish out of water tale. These kids who are young scientists who are coming in and they're going to test things out, and it's a whole radical thing. Maybe it sets them off. Something happens. They go into this different dimension. They get powered. Then they get stuck there, and they find out that it was Victor Doom who did it to them. He got powers because maybe some sort of surge within the science lab while they were in there, and he forced the door closed, so they were stuck in there. Now you take the Fantastic Four, you give them their powers that they have to work on in this different dimension, fighting whatever crazy beasts there are. And as that's happening, you have Victor, I can't believe it's not Victor Von Doom, but you have Victor Doom back in the lab, slowly becoming the person that he is, and the villain that he's meant to be. And then you just have that sort of origin tale, but they're separate. You don't have to have them go after each other. You can set it up for a sequel. But now we're learning about the Fantastic Four. They're learning to become a team in some barren sort of dimension that they're stuck in and they have to figure their way out of. And then when they get back, they are who they are, and now they have to figure out, you can make a sequel. They have to go after Doom, who has run with everything and while they were gone and everything. I know people are not going to like this comparison, but it's almost like take the Fantastic Four and put them into like what the Quantumania did with Ant. Like they got stuck there. They had to figure out the whole thing's taking place there. Maybe they're not worrying about any big villains in the MCU at the moment. Right now, they're worried about this, but discovering more about the villains, like Kang and like what that means and where this is going to go and such. That, I understand the comparison. I understand a lot of people don't like Quantumania, but just that vibe of our heroes are gone, they're somewhere else for this first movie, and that's our origin where they pick up and they learn to be a team and they learn to actually become more of a family and get through it. And like, so in that way you can have the angsty version of the Thing, Ben Grimm, dealing with what's going on, but he gets to do it in this different dimension where he gets to really unleash his powers and in frustration, things like that. So when he comes back, he's still frustrated, but he's accepted it. Same with Sue Storm, same with Johnny Storm, like who's enjoying it, but like has to learn to control it. And I just felt like you could really have a good origin story that's a little different. You get to know your characters. And then by that time, if it's good and it sets up a sequel, you can do that and you can bring Victor Doom, who we are seeing as well in his origin story on Earth and what he's doing. That's just my take on it. That's my fix for it. That's what I think would be a cool version of this film. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Did you like this movie? Did you not like this movie? Tell me. You never know. You can change my mind, but it's a tough one with this one. But I appreciate you guys, watching, being part of it. Please comment. Let us know what you think. Or you can head over to our Discord or our Facebook group, the Snobs Nation groups, and just hang out and talk to us there. Follow us online, social media. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that way you know more episodes of Did I Fix. We'll be coming back in March. That's the one announcement I do want to make. We are taking a break. This is the season finale of Did I Fix This Movie? And we'll be back in March with new episodes of that and Discovering Horror and more. But stay tuned because we have lots of great shows like Real Combat and others coming out, and I think you're really going to enjoy that. But we will still have Does It Suck and other shows as well. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our awesome sponsor, StubHub, which I buy all my tickets at. And if you want them, go down below into the descriptions and use them as well because StubHub is great. We get all our baseball game tickets there, our football game tickets. We got our Taylor Swift tickets there. It's a great place, great source for it. And I've never had an issue personally. So that's all I can say. Go use the link if you want to buy some tickets and go see some cool stuff. All right, guys. Until next time, I truly appreciate you. And I will talk to you very, very soon. I'm Mick Manhattan from The Scenesnobs. Thanks for watching Did I Fix This Movie? Thank you for all season, just watching it, just being a part of it, and sharing your fixes with the movies as well. Until March, or until the next video, I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Be kind to each other, stay positive, and I'll talk to you. Take care.